Hello, I'm RetroJules, and welcome to World of Tanks on Xbox One. This is the mighty Cromwell. I did say mighty, didn't I? That's probably a little bit of an overstatement. It's the great Cromwell, made in Great Britain. This agile, nippy, sneaky little popper of a tank that dashes around the battlefield, has no armour whatsoever. So if you're already thinking, oh no, not another tank without any armour, you might want to stop watching this review and jump straight to the Sherman Jumbo at tier 6, because that's probably more what you're looking for. However, if sneaky scouting tactics are your thing, then this is the tank for you. So the Cromwell is a tier 6 British medium, incredibly manoeuvrable, with a top speed of 64 kilometers per hour, a 650 brake horsepower engine which gives you excellent acceleration forwards and backwards. It's got an accurate gun with a decent aim time and an excellent rate of fire of 15 rounds per minute. That's a 4-second reload to you and me. With an excellent penetration of 145 but a relatively small damage of 135. And that's not great if you compare it to the T-3485 Russian medium at tier 6, which does 180 damage, but you are firing out a shell every 4 seconds. Now its armour is weak. It's only got 64mm on the front and 32mm all round, and the turret's got 76mm at the front. The trouble is it's not so much the thickness of the armour on this tank, it's the fact that it's quite a boxy looking tank. All its surfaces are vertical or horizontal. This tank has got no sloped armour whatsoever, so this tank does not bounce shots. However, because of its manoeuvrability, you just get yourself out of trouble very, very quickly and easily. You can almost play this tank as a scout. In fact, you can. But what you do need to be aware of if you do play this as a scouting role and a supporting role is that its view range is 30 meters less than a light tank, and its radio range is 200 meters less than a light tank. So you really need to be careful if you dash out there on the battlefield aiming to spot targets and light up the enemy. The chances are the light tanks on the opposing team are going to see you first, and a hail of fire is going to be coming your way as you're spotted, or you're going to end up being cut off from the rest of your team because you're out of radio range and they just won't know you're in trouble. So its scouting role is relatively limited. So what this tank does and does best is it's an ideal flanking and support vehicle. And that's the Cromwell, so let's roll the British Steely out. So we're in the dirty swamp in our British Cromwell. It's a tier 7 game. We're a tier 6 medium, so we're one tier down. Now if you look at the enemy team, they've got quite a strong platoon, 5 of them. 5 sitting at the back type vehicles, 3 tank destroyers and 2 artillery, all playing together, and we've got 3 artillery on each team, so this could be quite an artillery dominated game. So not overly glamorous entrance into the game, sliding down the cliff face there, and I'm heading for G8, H8, which is a nice position for me see what's going on, maybe do some spotting, but mainly it gives me just a good vision overall of the map. And I'm sort of sat in the bush with my arse sticking out, so I don't know if that counts as being camouflaged or not. And you will see in this game how quickly the Cromwell does reverse. So we've got the AMX, he's going to light us up. He's making a dash to light everybody up. Oh, he's been tracked. So he's a sitting duck. Now we are exposed here, but it's in our interest to finish this light tank off, because he has the potential to light everybody up. There we go, first kill, and artillery are onto us. So we need to get out of the way. Yeah, and artillery are trying to predict where we're going. And, just shouldn't have knocked that tree down, yeah, because if artillery are watching, and we know they are, they're going to see that tree go down and know we're there. So we're getting beeped, so I think artillery are still onto us. And we're 3 tanks down. We're 2 tanks down on the enemy team currently. And artillery are still onto us. So I'm just going to ease on through this dusty section here. And just see what's going on. Hopefully these bushes will give us some cover. There are artillery shells landing around us somewhere. Oh, spotted. Oh! And artillery are onto us. We've been lit up and I'm not sure what by. So we took quite a big shot right in the face there. So time to just get away from that area. And you can see with the Cromwell you can just relocate so quickly. So there's a char suey pork just behind the rock over there. He's taken fire from a medium to our right, or behind us now. So we auto-aim the Tiger P, and the Tiger P, like the Tiger II, his ammo rack is just underneath the turret. So we managed to hit him straight in there with an auto-aim because it's right in the centre of the tank. Oh, and artillery. Oh, again! Oh, they've really got a thing for us. It would be really nice in this game if we can have a little bit of revenge, as artillery have been pretty much onto us from the start. Oh, tank destroyer to the right. Dreadful auto-aim. Oh, artillery again. So it's time to clear the area. Now, one of our mediums is making a dash over the bridge. He may be going for that char suey. We've got a heavy over here too. So we're quite a strong little team to surge forward. Although it looks like all of us are taking a little bit of a battering. So there he is. I don't think he's got an auto-loader from what I remember. So he gets a shot in, we get one in, we get another one in, we get another one in, and then we get clear. And the tank was a bit dusty, so why not give it a wash off at the same time. He's still there, and he's been taken out by our VK. Now we know where one of the tank destroyers is, we can see him on the map. Not sure where the other two are.
They've destroyed one of our tanks.
But it's really in our interest to take out their artillery, because their artillery is very effective and rather annoying. So I'm just making a dash for it. hoping I don't get spotted on the way. And if I do, I'll just turn around and run away. And there he is. There they are.
Target locked.
That's 2 of them.
I see one.
1 artillery down.
Our team
We
destroyed
auto-aim the second one. Put a shot in. Keep auto-aiming and keep moving. And we take 2 of the artillery out. Now I don't cap here because we're stronger than the other team, and this just wouldn't be the stage in the game to do any capping. And so the other artillery has done a runner, and he's over in the northwest somewhere, which is quite handy for me because there's a good line through the back of this map where I can stay undetected. And we'll see if we can hunt down RT number 3, the little bugger. Now we're starting to cap, and actually we're a tank down, so it's probably not a bad thing. I want to find RC. There he is on a smidge of health, and oh, and he stops. He stops to let us take our shot. Fantastic. Oh, so there's the tank destroyer just sat on top. We take a shot from the heavy, Tiger P. We take the tank destroyer out. And yeah, we're not in a good position here now. But, well, there we go. We were a little bit exposed, but you know, we've done our bit in this game. We've taken 5 tanks out. We've had 14 penetrating shots. And we're capping. And now the enemy are capping. We're well ahead on the cap. So we can just sit here and watch our burning wreck. That has worked very hard in this game. And been very elusive to RT. There's our capper, sat in his nice little crater, feeling very smug. And winning the game for us, because it's close on the cap. Very close indeed. And do we get that? Do we get that win? We get the win. Oh, that was close. So how did we do overall? 64,000 in the bank. Excellent. A couple of missions coming in there. Just under 2,000 on straight XP. 5 tanks destroyed. And overall, we came top. We're on Wide Park. It's a gloomy day. Hopefully my gameplay will brighten things up a little bit for you. It's a tier 7 game, and we're a tier 6 medium tank. And there are no light tanks. So me and the Hellcat decide that we're going to do the spotting. So Hellcat's going to load up.
Enemies got us in their sights.
And we light up another 3. And the Hellcat is going to the west. We've got the British Sherman there, so I decide that I'm just going to stay behind the bank and head east and just do a little bit of spotting from behind the train tracks. And the west lights up again, and that's full of heavies, pretty much all the heavies. So this was a good direction for us and our Cromwell to go. So very careful, because I'm pretty much the only guy here. We've got the artillery at the back of the tracks, that B0 with a medium and a heavy, and I'm just going to see if I can pop any shots. Dreadful auto-aim on the T-34. Get a nice shot in. I have no idea what he was shooting at. I think he was shooting at a bird. And yeah, we don't get a good auto-aim, and I'm not happy with that situation, so I just very eloquently try and reverse into that tiny space and basically bash everything in sight. And something keeps spotting me, and I'm not really sure what it is. It could be that T-34 spotting me underneath the carriages. So I'm just going to get out of the way and just get clear and reevaluate the situation. We got a glimpse of him there, but it looks like he's going the other way.
Target locked.
We've got a TOG 2. Don't really know much about the TOG 2, apart from it's very, very, very long. And quite well armoured. There's our T-34. We get an auto aim in his bum.
That one went right through.
We just clip him, we track him, and then I'm trying to get a shot in, and I really can't work out why I can't get a shot in. I just can't work out what's in front of him, and even on the replay I think it must have been the wall, but at the time I was just trying to get a shot in and thinking, what is blocking my shots? So VK just got finished off. Oh, I just blocked somebody's shot, sorry about that. And we got a T-29.
Reloaded.
And I am not happy taking him front on at all. So while he's engaging our tank destroyer in the medium, I'm going to see if I can sneak round and flank him. And the joy of the Cromwell, because it takes seconds to get there. There he is.
Unlocking target.
We just auto aim. Keep behind him.
They're hit.
I think he knows we're here, but I think he's more concerned about the people in front of him. And yeah, now he's not. And yeah, he takes his shot, and we just pop round here, auto aim one in the side, and finish him off nicely. So they've got 5 tanks left, and we've got 7. So it's looking pretty good. And they're pretty clustered at E3, so I'm just hoping to come round, stay out of harm's way, just do a little bit of flanking, and oh, we've got a cap competition going on. They're down to 3, so they've got a heavy and 2 tank destroyers. I'm not sure which heavy is left. Oh, and it's the TOG.
Target locked.
Oh, and he's looking at me, didn't realise.
The armor is damaged.
We get a shot in, but he did quite a bit of damage.
Loaded and ready.
So we just get out of the way. He gets finished off. So I'm heading back to the cap. And that's been reset. And that tank's been taken out. So we're still capping with 3 of us, which is a little bit of a shame because there's only one sneaky tank destroyer hidden away in a bush somewhere, no doubt. And I'm just going to see if I can find him. It could be a her, but I don't think any ladies play this game. At least I haven't seen or noticed any. Oh, and there's the Nash Horn. Oh, and he gets a good one on us, and we can't afford to take another shot like that. So I was going to roll back and out of the way, and we won by a cap anyway. So how did we do? 40 grand in the bank, lovely. 4,000 XP on the first win of the day. We got a couple of missions in with that. And overall, just a nice, good, tactical game, showing how easy the Cromwell is to go from A to B and just finish off your enemy.